Hey everybody, it's D-Heart. Today I'm going to do a play test simulation of a Pyrus ink deck that I built yesterday. What I like to do when I'm on my own is just build a deck and pretend that I'm playing somebody and see what cards I think need to be added or taken away. So I'm going to get to it with this new team. What I have is Pyrus Dragonoid Ultra from Secrets of the Geogon, Darkus Ramparian Ultra from Armored Elite, and Sharktar Ultra, Aquos Sharktar Ultra from Secrets of the Geogon. That's my team. I got my deck. I put my cores out here. For my cores, I have 2 plus 650 magic shields. I have 2 green fists that have -2 gear reduction. I have a regular shield, Aquos Pyrus 400 plus 400B, and then a Fire Fist that's 200B, 3 damage, and -2 gear reduction. I have a fun gear in here that I'm hoping to pull out early, which is going to be the game changer for this deck. That's what makes it fun, is getting this gear into play. And if you're looking at the Darkus and Aquos on my team, you can probably guess what that's going to be. So what I do, I'll shuffle my deck, I set everybody up, and then I deal myself 6 cards. Put my deck over here. And I just play. Oh, these are all out of order. So I look at my cards. I got that card that I wanted right here off the draw. That's pretty fun. I'm gonna energize my flip. It looks like right now I'm not gonna have anything on the first turn that's gonna help me significantly. Bakugan Fusion Rocket will give me 200 for 1 energy. But what I'm gonna do is, with this team, I'm gonna roll Dragonoid Ultra first. And a lot of the times I don't roll the actual Bakugan because I'm really just trying to play test the cards as I'm sitting here trying to find out where his arrow is. It's hard to see on this one. Okay, now I got it. True round 1. 3, 2, 1 brawl. All right. So with this core, Dragonoid Ultra is 1650. I'm gonna pretend I'm playing against a team that's relatively strong. And if I was playing against the Aquos Pyrus, Ventus Nilius, Darkus Spartillion, they'd get up to 1500, they'd get up to 1600 the first turn. So I'm going to pretend that I didn't need to use my 1-cost 200B card and that the opponent didn't have anything else to play. So I'm going to say I won this round. You can play test a lot of different ways like that, but that's what I'm going to do for this hand right now. So I'm going to draw for my second turn. I keep him open in his cores right here. I'm going to energize my second copy of Bakunami. Now I have 2 energy, second turn. Looks like I'm going to be able to, well, no, I'm not. I won't be able to play Sync. I'm not going to have anything other than 200B bonus, so this might be just a lost round, but for the sake of rolling just to practice right now, I'll roll Darkus Ramparian to get him open. So now he's going to go up against somebody that was really strong the first term that Dragonoid beat. So Ramparian opens at 1450 on a magic shield. But if I'm playing Hydrus, my opponent rolled him first. He's beating me by 50. Just to make my opponent use cards, I'll turn 1 for Bakugan Fusion Rockets. So now I'm theoretically 150 up. Let's say my opponent has a card that beats me, so I lose. So put the core back, close Ramparian, and if I was playing Dark or Aquos Hydrus, that's 6 damage. So I'm just gonna flip 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ouch. All right. So turn 3. Draw, recharge. I'm going to energize Chomping Tornado because I have a 3-cost that gives me 800 instead of 2 for 500. So turn 3, I know I'm going to be able to use either Bakunami for 800, or I can land on a gear reduction and get Mecha Claws for 400. I'm going to pretend I'm going to roll against someone that's going to open up at like 1600. It's Ventus Nilius or Chaos Verascal. So off the roll with Darkus Ramparian again, I'm going to assume I'm 150 down And again, I'll just do this. I'll pay my 3. You know what? Actually, yeah, I'll do that. I'll pay the 3, try for 800. My opponent had enough B power to pass me, because right now I'm at 14, 2250. Oh, that's kind of high. Maybe I'll pretend that I won that one. All right, I won that one. They couldn't get to 24. So I win, gonna keep him there, gonna re-energize and draw another card. There's my sync combo right there for the 4th turn. I'm gonna keep that because I'm gonna lose otherwise. So I'm gonna keep Aqua Freeze Beam and Howling Shell Bomb. In this case, I'm going to energize Mecha Claws, which I don't want to energize any of these, but I'm gonna do it so that I can get up to Tidal Cannon eventually. I need 6 energy for that to get him early. None of these guys that I chose can double core, even though all 3 are ultras. Well, they probably could double core, but they don't roll that way very often. They all roll standing up or jump off their core backwards. Okay, so I'm going for the standard shield. I roll Shark Tart Ultra last because this team only has 2 magic shields. So the next highest speed power core is the standard shield right here. And so I put Pyrus Aquos on it so that I can get that 400. So that means that he's got to go last. He doesn't have to, but that's how I'm rolling right now. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, brawl. Oh, I missed him. But since this is practice, I'm just gonna roll again. I didn't put any rerolls in this deck. I assume that I always hit on the roll. Isn't always the case, but for this, I do. All right, so I'm at 1200. My opponent's gonna probably be around 1500. I'm gonna start 300-ish down. So I'll do 1 energy for Aqua Freeze Beam, and I can reveal a card that costs 5 or more for 500. So that's 1 energy for 500. I am, what am I? Well, I'm 1700. So with 4 energy, my opponent will get past that. So let's say my opponent's like 2100 now, and I'm 17. So then I get to play Howling Shell Bomb for free, and that puts me at another 1,000. So I'm 2,900. Is that what it was? 2,700. So I'm gonna say I won that one too. I'm gonna say my opponent couldn't get higher than that. I win. So now it's a team attack for me. 2, 4, 6 is the damage because each of these guys only have 2 damage on their card. So that is a really pitiful team attack. And the thing I'm learning about my team pretty upfront with Sync and these guys that I chose is this is a super low damage team. And there are some Sync cards that can help me out with that, but a lot of the time this is going to be super low. So I'm not going to roll every time anymore. I'm just going to do this quicker. And skip the rolling practice for the rest of this video, but you get the idea. What is really fun to do is some of the decks I play is to get those guys that do double core, and then you just practice the double coring all the time. Good fun. Okay, 5th turn, I finish my team attack. I have priority. I'm gonna draw. That's another sync card, so that would be another 1 cost for 500. Okay, here's the thing with this deck though that I'm deciding right now. Do I want to get up to Tidal Cannon, or do I want to try to win this roll? And for the fun of it, I'm trying to get to Tidal Cannon, so I'm actually going to energize this. I have 5 energy. If I land on my Fire Fist for -2 gear cost, I'm still 1 away, so I need 1 more turn. So I'll roll this guy. He'll land on 650 shield. I'll be at 1650. I won't be able to do anything, and I'll lose. So if this was a team attack from the opponent, it might be like 6 to 10. I'll just go in the middle and say it's 8. Ooh, stop non-Darkus with Pact of Darkness. So I'm not going to discard a card for free. I have 4 energy. The person I'm playing in my mind is Aquos Heos Ventus, so I'm going to stop that attack, team attack. All right, next turn, draw. I do need another energy. to get Tidal Cannon on, so I'm gonna energize Dark Rain. So now that I have 6, what I'm gonna do is Dragonoid lost. I would have put this core back. It doesn't matter between Ramparian and Sharktar who I choose. I'll roll Sharktar, and because I know I'm gonna get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go back a little bit. Because I know I'm gonna get Tidal Cannon, I don't need any help with B power. So I'm gonna aim for a Green Fist just to try to increase my damage. Actually, what am I doing? See, that's part of playtesting. I gotta go for the Fire Fist. It's way better. 3 damage instead of 1 on that green shield. So here we go. Sharktar, you picked up the core, it didn't stand. So now I'm at 1000 B, -2 cost for a gear, which means I can play Tidal Cannons for 8, for 6 energy. So there we go. I put him on Sharktar. This is the coolest part of this whole deck. It's why I wanted to do it. Now he's at 38. He's at 4000 B with 5 damage. So I'm gonna assume I won that one. My opponent takes 5. Re-energize. 6 energy. I'm gonna draw. I drew Falling Strike. I'm not gonna energize this. I'm just gonna keep this. And I'm gonna say that I'm gonna roll Dragonoid Ultra. He's gonna get a Magic Shield. I'm at 1650. That's not gonna be enough to win, and this card's not gonna help me win, so I'm gonna take the loss on that one. And just going for average, if I was playing between a Hyderus that will do 6 damage to me, and a Nilius that does 2, and a Frasco that does 0, I'll just say, like, I don't know, let's do 4. I'll do 4 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Lost another Tidal Cannon. Okay, draw for turn. I'm not going to energize Baku Fusion Rockets. I'm going to keep that one. And this is where we go. This is kind of showing me I'm not drawing my sync cards. I didn't put a lot of draw cards into my deck, so maybe I need to put more draw cards to help me and do a little bit less of the sync cards that aren't as good outside of Howling Shell Bomb, Aqua Freeze Beam, and Falling Strike. So I'm going to roll Dragonoid again. He's going to get to 1650 again. With the cards that I have, I'd only get another 300. I'm probably going to lose again, so I'll do another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to draw again for turn. Oh, that's another Tidal Cannon. Sweet. So I still have 6 energy. I'm not going to energize. I'm going to roll whoever. It doesn't matter. I'm going to roll Ramparian because he's 200 less speed than Dragonoid. I'm going to roll him on the Green Fist. Put him back a little bit so he's 2 card lengths away. Pick up my Green Fist, which is gear reduction of 2, so I can turn all 6 of my energy. I can play Tidal Cannon. I'm 3,850. I don't think that my opponent's going to beat that, so I'm going to say I win. That was 3 damage. And before I played that, looking at my hand now, no, I'm not going to play Falling Strike and get more damage. I got to keep this so that I can use Falling Strike and hopefully Howling Shell Bomb for the next turn. So I won that battle. I'm going to draw for the next turn. Oh, and I drew a Howling Shell Bomb. Sweet. Okay, lesson learned. Keep Falling Strike for Howling Shell Bomb. Now I'm going to roll Dragonoid. I'm not going to energize anything. Dragonoid will land on his... Okay. Yeah, he'll land on his Magic Shield. I'm thinking if I wanted to go for Green Fist and get 1 more damage, but at this point in the game, I don't know. I haven't energized a couple times. There's like 8 energy. I'm going to keep this B power high so I can win. My opponent will have a lot of energy to beat me. So I'm at 1650. I can play Falling Strike and Howling Shell Bomb for another 1100. So that's 2750. And I'm hoping that's just going to be enough. I'm going to assume that's enough for that turn. So that's a team attack. Dragonoid opened up. Everybody's open. Not open all the way, I guess. And the damage for this is 5 over here, plus another 3 is 8, 10. So 10 damage for a team attack this far into the game is pretty low. Although I did play Falling Strike, didn't I? So that was 5 more. That was 15. All right, close on my Bakugan. Put the cores back. I like the setup I have here, so I just keep it the same. I don't know if my opponent's stealing my cores, putting trap cores on my side, so you can't really plan for that kind of stuff, but this is close enough, I guess. All right, I drew Hurricane Winds. I don't need any more energy for this deck. 6 is enough. I'm gonna not energize. Hurricane Winds is 300B, and I can play another card for free. Or I can play, that costs 4 less action card for free. Because these 2 Bakugan have Tidal Cannon on them, I'm just gonna assume these are gonna be the 2 that I'm gonna roll. So I'm gonna roll Ramparian. I'm gonna go for the core with the highest damage. I'm gonna assume I win because he's at 4000 B again. So that's 5 damage. My opponent takes it, I draw a card. I don't need Song of Fire for anything. I lost my other Tidal Cannon. I have enough energy to do what I need to do. I'm just gonna energize it. Okay, now I roll Sharktar Ultra. I'm gonna aim for another Green Fist because it gives 1 damage. I should probably put a Green Fist in here that has 3 damage because I'm seeing now it'd be more helpful and I don't need as many gear reduction cores. 2 should be okay. One of these Green Fists I'm gonna change out for a +3. So if I did that, let's just say I did that now, that'd be 3 + 2, that'd be 5 damage. And then Dragonoid is closed right now. I can tell because I just leave the cores here if I don't want to open and close them every time. So I'm going to draw for the next turn. It's Wave Slash, which is awesome because this is a cool combo. So for Dragonoid, who doesn't have a super huge gear on him, I'm going to roll him on a Magic Shield 650. He's 1650, and then I would I'd play Hurricane Winds first for 300, so I'm at 1950. For whatever reason, my opponent, couldn't get over 1950, I would win. I'm assuming they could though. So I do that first to get higher off the roll. My opponent would play a card. They'd probably be like, I don't know, 5 to let's say 900 ahead of me. So then I play Wave Slash, hoping that puts me over. It's another 1000 B, and I get that because I played another card this turn. So that's 1300 B. It's 23. That's a lot. What is that? Gotta do math quick now. That's 2000. Oh, 2950. That's pretty high. I'm gonna say I win that one. So team attack for me again is 2, 5 is 7, plus another 3 is 10. 10 team attack again. The battle might be over at this point. You might have learned enough that you want to learn. I might just keep going because I have more cards and just do this for fun. I drew a Pact of Darkness. Say I put all these cores back, I'm going to do the same thing I did last turn where my Bakugan have incredibly high B powers. So Sharktar wins, I draw and energize. Ramparian rolls, he's at 4000 B again, he wins. I draw, it's in the flip card, so I energize. My opponent might have gear, destroy a gear card. If they do, I feel like I'd lose this match quicker. But that's a cool way that I like to play test on my own. Leave a like and subscribe. Thanks. Alright, if you're interested, here's a quick deck breakdown of the cards I included in this sync deck I made. Like in the beginning, we have Dragonoid Ultra, 1000 B power, 2 damage, Darkus Ramparian Ultra, 800, 2 damage, and Sharktar Ultra, 800, 2 damage. I chose Sharktar because I'm using Aquos Pyrus in another deck, so he's occupied. Sharktar Ultra was the next best. You can see the cores up there. I already switched out the +3 damage in favor of another core just like this, 50B, 1 damage, and 2 gear cost. I figure I only need 2 cores that have -2 gear reduction at a time. 2 magic shields with 650, and then that Aquos Pyrus shield with 400. Okay, so there you go. For For the cards, typical 3 Falling Strike, 3 Aqua Freeze Beam, 3 Howling Shell Bomb, 3 Bakugan Fusion Rockets. And this card I chose because it's 1 energy for 500B, and it was meant to be used with Mecha Claws as a precursor to building up to try to get to Tidal Cannon. So B boost, good energy cost, 1 for 500 that I could use after I put on Mecha Claws. And I chose Mecha Claws as this gear, 5 energy for 404, because with a sync deck you could run out of cards pretty quickly. So I'm hoping that I could have opportunities to play this for free on my Bakugan until I could get them to get a Tidal Cannon on them. Just needed some B power, so 2 copies of Chomping Tornado, 2 for 500. I have 2 copies of Hurricane Winds, and that is because it's a super cool and cheap way to do the combo with Wave Slash. So if I have both of these in my hand, I play Hurricane Winds first and then Wave Slash for free, and it's 1300B for 3 energy. And there you go. Wave Slash works really well with a lot of the cards I have because it works with the sync, the cheap gear, B cards, so it's just an Aqua staple. Dark Rain is another card that I can use to get more B power if I have Mecha Boots on a Bakugan, and it's one of those that adds the damage because this deck has really low damage. These Bakugan characters I chose. Falling Strike also had extra damage as well. This is my favorite card all around, just 3 for 800. My favorite card is Pyro Obliterator, 2 energy for 700B, but it's just a solid, I don't know, middle of the road to solid B boosting card. Song of Fire is used simply to try to get Tidal Cannon quicker, in conjunction with the core reduction cores that I have. So yeah, if I could get to the 3rd turn, play this card, have 5 energy, get a -2 gear reduction would get me to, I'd still be 1 down, so I'd actually have to wait till the 4th turn, play this card. I have 5 energy plus the 1 I had, so it's 6, and then gear reduction core to play this for 2 less. I hope that made sense, but anyway, Song of Fire with gear reduction, I can play Tidal Cannon as early as the 4th turn. And then Tidal Cannon, 3000B, so if I can get this on a Bakugan, I'll win. And then 3 copies each of Obscuring Evade and Pact of Darkness.